how to use data ethically and the implications for wider society with respect to the use of data, automation and artificial intelligence within the context of relevant data protection policy and legislation. Well, this is a big title, isn't it? Getting ready for your Knowledge Area K3 of your DevOps Engineer Level 4 apprenticeship. Now, I'm sure you really don't need to be told this, but it's all about data these days, isn't it? There's data on you, and there's data all about me. Whilst this can be a very good thing, as companies that you deal with know all about you and the dealings that you have had with them, in the wrong hands, this can be disastrous. The first area of ethical data use is transparency, ensuring that all individuals are clearly informed on how their data is used. Next up after transparency, we have consent, where you need to make sure you obtain explicit permission before collecting or using personal data. Next up, and coming in at number 3, we have minimization, ensuring that you only take the data that you absolutely need for a specific purpose. Directly after minimization, we have anonymization, removing personally identifiable information, protecting individuals' privacy. And now a question for you. Think about your use of data and how ethical it is. Are you observing transparency, consent, minimization, and anonymization? And if so, how? Ethical use of data will have implications for wider society, helping foster a trust in technology and helping prevent discrimination of any type. We will now turn our attention to automation and artificial intelligence. We'll be taking a look at bias in AI, accountability, and again transparency. I asked ChatGPT 3 times for images of a business person in a modern tech setting. Can you notice any similarities between the 3 images? I deliberately asked for a business person and I didn't mention any ethnicity. But there is clearly a bias as it only gave me white males. Now, whilst artificial intelligence is a very good thing and is certainly useful and can't be ignored in today's environment, creating your own training data is going to help you avoid this unnecessary bias. Now, the next talking point is looking at accountability, making sure that we keep clear records of our data sources and AI decision-making processes. We really want to make sure that the data we're getting back from artificial intelligence is actually correct. So comparing that with true data that we do know about and making sure we are clear on where AI has been used in our business processes, which then falls nicely back into transparency, being able to explain how AI systems use data to make decisions, ensuring that those decisions are both understandable and accountable. There are also corporate decisions to be made with automation and AI. I'm sure you've already seen this within the DevOps world, but by automating processes, there's less human interaction needed with those processes and less headcount perhaps within your organization. Being able to deal with that and being able to deal with that sensitively is also something to be considered. But let's drift too far away from those 3 main points: bias in AI, accountability, and transparency. And of course, there's always somebody going to be waving a stick: the data protection policies and legislation. So we have our General Data Protection Regulation, or GDPR. In the UK, it's the Data Protection Act 2018 that implements GDPR. Currently, legislation on AI is new, but the European Commission have their ethics and guidelines for trustworthy AI. Congratulations and well done. You can now breathe a sigh of relief. You've reached the end of this video, but are you clear on the main points? The ethical use of data, the implications for a wider society, automation and artificial intelligence, as well as data protection policies and legislation. If you are, then that's brilliant. If you're not, remember this is all about you and your apprenticeship. Maybe study this again, or maybe recap some of the main points that you're not so clear on.
All that is left to say is thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this, then you are probably sadder than I first thought. For more of this drivel, please subscribe, like and comment to @TheUrbanPenguin.